So we're standing in front of this old house.
This old house. That's a TV show.
This old house is going to turn into a brand new house. Welcome to our channel. We are a family of 6 who downsized to a 600 square foot living space while we build our debt-free ICF house on our homestead. We would love to have you join our journey and learn alongside us.
Hi guys. It's the next day. We're gonna go check out the basement.
So yep,
We made it. We survived.
he's still alive.
I'm still alive. I didn't know about it yesterday if I was gonna make it or not. That was really, really bad.
Yeah.
I picked the hottest day of the year so far on because gotta get it done right now.
Regret that?
No, it worked out.
It's over with.
I learned my lesson though.
The amount of relief we both feel is crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy.
I can't believe that just happened, man.
Dude, it's real life. We're crazy, man. We dug our basement ourselves and then built it and poured it. It looks the same as it did
Looks
before.
exact same, but it's not. It's full of concrete, man. Look at that.
Got a little cleanup to do, but nothing crazy. No biggie. Oh.
That's crazy. It's done. It's not going anywhere. We're not changing anything now.
Nope.
It is.
It's poignant.
Man, those boards along the edge make the wall look sketchy.
Yeah,
Like everything
scaffolding.
looks uneven.
So let's talk about things we learned.
What did you learn yesterday?
For starters, I'm going to have better, more reliable scaffolding on the next, but it'll be a lot easier to do also. And then our windows, getting the mud under our windows was really hard. So
Look how tired I look. Oh,
well, because we are tired.
this life, man.
Bro, I slept till 9 this morning. That is not that's not where I live at. That's not a real thing for me. Thanks for letting me do that. But anyways, I'm gonna build my window bucks upstairs totally different when we pour, so that the bottom piece is removable and I can just make sure the mud gets to the bottom. Because yesterday we had to like drill holes into it. Hannah had to run to town real fast to get a wand vibrator so we could get the mud to go under. It was a giant disaster.
It all worked out.
It worked out.
It worked out, but it was really stressful.
It was tough. She like jumped in the van and to down to pick up something she had no clue.
You won't say how fast I was driving.
Oh, were you driving fast?
I was driving really fast.
How fast were you driving?
I'm not gonna say.
They can't get you now. It's after the fact. I'm
I'm
really surprised you broke the speed limit.
I'm sorry, but I wasn't about to have everything we've just done. Like
you acted cool as a cucumber. Good job. That's hilarious. Yeah. So window bucks. Definitely renting a vibrator ahead of time. This time, I had a couple people say they thought we didn't really need it. I'm guessing they base that off of they know what they're doing, so they know how to avoid needing one. That is not me. So I'm definitely gonna have one on hand.
So if it's your first time doing it, have one on hand.
Have a vibrator, but be careful with it because it will blow your crap out so fast if you overdo it. Because when you hit that with a vibrator, that mud just turns to liquid and it just moves and settles, and you will over vibrate and you'll have a blowout for sure. So be super
Did we have
careful.
a blowout?
We had a little blowout, but it wasn't because of the vibrator.
No.
We had one little blowout, and it was on the the bag footing, because I forgot to screw it in for a 3-foot section, and it was just there was too much pressure, and it popped and mud started coming out. But my dad and my buddy Joel that were helping me yesterday, they jumped on it and they fixed it, and I was able to keep pouring, and they did a great job. You can basically not even tell it's there. And it's not going to hurt anything at all. We lost a little bit of mud. They put most of the mud back in. It was right by a window, so we had a hole drilled and they just put it in and brought the level up, which worked out. But all in all, things went well yesterday. I learned a ton, and the next pour is going to be significantly easier.
Yep. So you originally ordered 5 cement trucks.
Yeah. Underestimated mud big time.
Which turned out to be a blessing, because by that 5th pump truck, I thought Skylar was going to just keel
I'm not
over.
trying to be dramatic or overstate this, but I was in serious physical condition yesterday. Like, I was in real trouble.
It was bad.
I was getting tingly in my arms, was cramping up. I was feeling like I've I felt literally like I had 1,000 pounds on my back, just standing still, not doing anything, taking a little break, and I literally just felt like I was being crushed. It was
because as you will see in the footage and stuff, like he's in the hot sun in this basement where there's no breeze, and he's holding the whatever that thing's called, the tube, directing hose. This crazy cement.
Wrangling around that giant hose is pretty hard work, but the worst part about it is you can't stop. I mean, you can, but you really can't.
So you just have to go, no matter what.
You're getting concrete splattered into your eyes the whole time. I literally woke up this morning and dug sand out of my eyeballs. So you're trying to pour, walk on sketchy scaffold, wrangle this stupid hose.
And we had a heat advisory yesterday.
There was a heat advisory yesterday. So it was rough.
It was really bad. But after that 5th truck, if there would have been a 6th one lined up and he would have hopped on and just kept going, it would have been really bad. So thankfully, there was not a truck lined up, and so he had to call in another one and got to sit down for like an hour before it came.
Yeah.
So otherwise,
I took a couple of those breaks between. We had, in the middle of the pour, there was a big gap between trucks because they screwed up, to be completely honest. It worked out okay for me as far as the break went. It wasn't really ideal for us in the pour, but it's okay. And then that other break between the other 2 trucks saved my bacon because I was in trouble.
So, yeah, that was one thing.
I gotta step up here. I can't stand down there anymore.
And the cement truck thing, the blowout, the windows.
There, I'm totally cut off.
Sorry. The blowout, the windows.
I can hold that, and you can hold her. Yeah, that was basically
that's pretty much it.
We had a little settling of one of our short walls
around
a doorway, and it looks kind of crappy, but it is not going to cause us problems just because the way things worked out. I can basically make it go away. So that was less than ideal. I think is what happened is there was a couple adjustable feet under there, and when I was trying to get my footing rebar resituated, I actually loosened the foot up, and the foot came off, and I think I forgot to put the foot back on. So it poked through and settled when the weight got on.
Anyways.
So yeah, it was wow, big intense day.
Really intense day.
But we have a giant concrete echoey box now that we can build a house on, which is so cool.
I don't know, guys. I don't know if I recommend it.
I do.
Of course. Okay.
Hard things are worth doing, babe.
I know that. But
you will be able to tell these stories to your granddaughters one day about how their grandma and grandpa
almost killed themselves trying to build this house.
Every good story starts that way. It's the best story ever.
Oh my gosh.
Best story ever.
No, yeah.
Car go by?
Anyways.
Check this out.
What was that?
This is where the pump truck's downrigger was at, and that thing is so heavy. I think he said it weighs like 80,000 pounds or 30,000 pounds. I can't remember. That's a big difference. But it sunk down in there, so he had to jack his outrigger back up and put a bunch of boards under there.
And he took out some of my branches on my...
It's all right. They'll come back.
I heard those snapping, and I was like, really?
These poor trees have gotten through the process.
Out of all of the trees, not those.
Not those ones.
Those are my favorite.
I'm just couldn't believe he got in here.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
He was amazing.
Hey, I got it. If you plan on doing a pour, and you're doing or if you plan on doing ICF, one of the biggest things that I say you should pray over is your pump truck operator.
Yeah, 100%.
That will either make or break your pour.
Yep,
110%.
I helped with a pour months and months ago, and I think the guy was from the same company, but he was young and he wasn't really conscientious about what he was doing, and he made it really hard on the guy pouring. This guy was amazing.
So good.
I mean, he was so understanding. I told him, I was like, hey man, I'm new to this. Please take it easy on me. He's like, totally, man. I'll do everything I can. And he really did. He was there for me instead of just like doing his job. And I just texted his boss this morning. I was like, dude, that guy was amazing. And you guys have 100% earned my repeat business on the next board.
Especially that guy.
And
I want that guy.
Billy.
I want that guy.
Billy's coming back here. If I have to wait a couple days, I'll freaking
no
do
joke.
it.
He was amazing. But
awesome.
That was one of our prayers.
Yes.
We prayed over our pump truck operator, and he was amazing. So if you plan on doing ICF and pouring, that's a huge.
And definitely get a flat hose, which is more flexible, and you can actually pinch it off if you have stupid retard strength. You have to.
What?
It's so hard. It's so hard to hold that concrete in there. But if you get a flat hose, you can squeeze it. So if there's mud coming down and you need it to not come down at that point, you could squeeze it off real fast and move to another area and then let it go. Or if they shut the truck off, the mud will keep coming for a little while. So you can squeeze it until you get where you need it and let it drop. But that flexible flat hose was a lifesaver.
So, anything else that we learned?
Oh, probably, but we'll
let you know. So yesterday, the kids were over here watching everything going down, and I think they saw Skylar in a situation that they've never seen him before, and it kind of concerned them, seeing how worn out he was, and then how spread thin I was trying to take care of everything and make sure I'm available to help. And so I had to run and get that little vibrator wand thing, and I just threw Freya in the car with me, and I was making pizza, and our oldest is 9, and I told him, hey, you've got Alora and Felix, feed them lunch, take care of them, Dad's at the property, if you need anything, I'll be back in like 45 minutes. And I left, and you know, a 9-year-old, pizza cooking, siblings, you never know what to expect. I came back, and the pizza was not burnt. The pizza was out. They had eaten. They were doing dishes. They had wiped down the table. They had picked up the living room, and they were getting along. And I was like, I was near tears because I just felt so blessed by that. And I am so grateful for a family and kids that pull together when times are tough. And so this has been one of the hardest things we have done as a family, but it has also been the thing that has really strengthened our family, wouldn't you say?
Yep. We're going to be a very strong family unit by the time this is over. We already are, but it's just going to continue to happen.
Which is, like, it's so easy, like Skylar said earlier, hard things are worth doing. It's so easy to want to take the easy road because, I mean, it's easy, and it's more enjoyable in the moment, and it's just what you want to do. But it's like, if you don't put yourself in situations that are uncomfortable, you're not going to grow. And if we would have just stayed in our old house, which is what I kind of wanted to do, because I was like, dude, I just want to chill for a while, and I want to go on vacations and just be a family in that sense. It's like, man, what this house is doing in our family, I would have missed out on. And it's not fun. I'm not enjoying it necessarily, but I do see the good that's coming out of it. So.
All right, so I wanted to talk about, why am my hat always crooked? I wanted to talk about something that we did right yesterday that I've seen recommended, and it was totally worth doing, and I'm so glad I remembered to do it before the pour. See this tape over here? See how it kept all those little nubbins free and clear of concrete? Awesome, very awesome. That'll make it a lot easier for our next course of blocks to lock in. So I'm really glad we did that, and it was cheap and easy and fast. That only obviously matters if you're going to do a second course of ICF, but yeah, we do have a lot of cleanup to do on the top here, but I mean, I'm not super worried about it. It's not a big deal. We're going to chuck the spade bit and the hammer drill and just go around and chip things up a bit. But yeah, man, it's done. This is crazy. So the next steps, try to get off the scaffold without falling while I'm filming. The next steps are waterproofing on the exterior, French drain around the whole thing, and then we'll move inside. I'll also have to be doing some backfill, but we're gonna take our time with that. There's no sense in getting in a rush about the backfill. Give the concrete tons of time to cure. But we'll move inside and we'll start working on under slab plumbing, get all that stuff situated. We have our beam is paid for and on standby essentially, so we'll probably get them called next week and they'll come and deliver that. And then we will, once we get our under slab plumbing done, we're going to start pouring our basement floor. We're going to do that in 2 pours so that I don't get my butt kicked. I really don't want to pour the slab, I've done flat work before, not a lot, just enough to know that I don't like it, and it's really hard. But all the flat work guys are scheduled way out, and it's, to be honest, a huge expense to pay for them to come do it. So we're going to be doing that on our own. The basement is mostly going to be finished, and it's going to have carpet. So the finish does not have to be perfect. It just needs to be relatively smooth and level. And since we're doing it in 2 pours, I think we can manage. But yeah, once that's done, it's really going to move along. We'll have, we will go ahead and frame the deck upstairs. When I say deck, I mean like the first floor deck that you walk on when you live in the house. And then when that is in, we will start stacking our upstairs blocks. We have all that material on site ready to roll, so it'll go really quick. It'll be a lot easier too than what we've been doing. We won't be working in the mud, and we won't be hauling stuff down in. It'll be at ground level. It'll be much easier to work on that project. So that's going to be huge. But now we gotta go to town and return the vibrator that I realized I just left over there. Now I have to go get it and bring it back. So peace.